first, can you say your whole name first?
My full name?
Yeah.
My full name is Moyosore Abiodun Owusesu.
Okay, and tell us where you're from?
I'm from Nigeria, Africa.
And how long have you been here?
I've been here since I was 7, so 97.
So, where did you live once you moved here?
When I first moved to America, we moved to New York first for a couple of years, and then after New York for a couple of years, we moved down to North Carolina, and I've been here ever since.
Okay, and now you're here at A&T. So, did you ever think about maybe going to school back home?
No. Well, when I was in Nigeria, I went to school for, I guess, what would be equivalent to elementary school here. We call it primary school there, but yeah, I went to school there. We had to wear uniforms and stuff like that. It was pretty cool.
So what made you choose to come to A&T?
To A&T? Well, I originally came to A&T as a computer science major. I was actually supposed to go to NC State, but the tuition at NC State was a little high, and just paying to go to NC State was really hard. So I decided to come to the second best option, which is A&T, because they have the second best, I heard, engineering program in the state.
Did it have anything to do with the fact that it's an HBCU?
Actually, I didn't really care. HBCU, PWI, it doesn't matter to me as long as I'm in school.
Okay, so since you did get some experience with going to school here and going to school back, in Nigeria, what's like the main differences? I know you say you wear uniforms, but are there any other things?
The main difference, it's there's a lot of diversity here. In Nigeria, it's a lot of black people. It's mostly black. Africans, all these programs that put up on campus, all the Greek life. This school is huge. The schools in Nigeria, they're big, but they're not as big as the university here. It's really different. It's different.
Okay, so you know how like schools like UNCG, majority of schools, or NC State, which was your first option. A lot of them have like a big variety of people and culture. So, do you think that maybe you would have liked to go to another school like that better, being that you're like how at UNCG they have a lot of Asians, they just have a lot of cultural. So,
me personally, I went to a mostly white high school, and going here, I mean, it wasn't a shocker to me. It was just like, wow, it's a lot of black people here. Okay, it's different from my high school. So I mean, I still feel the same way. I still act the same. It's still the same way to me.
Okay. What are some of the stereotypes you've heard about HBCUs?
Stereotypes? Oh man, I heard a lot, man. I heard.
And you can be honest.
I can be honest. I heard that all HBCUs, all they do is party. All the time, just partying. Before I came here, I heard that most people don't graduate. Most people don't come back after the first year, freshman year of college. And some other stuff.
Okay. What about America as a whole? Like, are there any stereotypes from back home that people think about? Think about us?
Yes. Would you like to know that?
Yes. You can be honest.
I can be honest. Well, some stereotypes Africans think about Americans, like some Americans aren't hard workers, or black Americans, and some other, I don't want to say it on camera.
It's fine. We need the truth.
I'll pass.
Okay. Well, do you miss home?
Do I miss home? Yeah, I miss home.
What things do you miss the most?
I still have family back in Nigeria. My grandmas, my aunts, uncles, and some of my cousins are back in Nigeria. I just miss my family. I miss my family.
Do you ever wish that y'all would have stayed there instead of coming to America?
Do I ever wish? I mean, everything happens for a reason. I'm here in America for a reason, and I mean, I don't regret it. I mean, I'm here. I mean, I can always go back and visit. I mean, I pay that $2,000 ticket, but I can always go back and visit my family.
Yeah. So, what do your parents feel about you going to HBCU?
My parents are just happy that I'm in school. As long as I'm in school, in the college, and I'm trying to get a degree, and I'm staying out of trouble, and they're happy for me.
Okay, so coming to this HBCU, did it change any of your opinions about black people or in America especially?
Coming to an HBCU, I don't think it didn't change anything. I still feel the same way about black people that I felt when I first came here. You know?
So since you've been here, what kind of reactions or maybe even questions have you got from people here?
About me?
Yeah, as far as since you're foreign, you know, from another country, what type of things do people say to you?
They say a lot of things. Cause I have a little accent, you know. So they come ask me, where are you from, da da da, and I tell them I'm from Nigeria, and I guess they're just interested to see a person from another country, you know, attend, like, I don't know. Everybody asks me where I'm from all the time, and I let them know, you know.
Yeah, because like I said, you know, we don't get as much diversity as, you know, majority schools, so HBCUs are usually closed to minorities, so I guess it's cool, you know, having international students here. Have you got any negative reactions from people since you've been here?
Explain negative reactions.
I guess anything that's disrespectful maybe to where you're from, or anything that's hurt your feelings, or maybe even like people treat you wrong.
Well, I mean, no, I haven't. Most people are pretty mature here, and like those negativity stuff, all that stuff happened back in some happened back in high school, like freshman, sophomore year in high school. But those people are immature, so I don't let stuff like that get me down. People who bash Africa, you know. But here, I've got no negativity here.
Okay.
Everybody's pretty much
pretty
nice.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Okay, so if you could send this video back home to students, what would you want them to know about HBCUs in America?
I would want them to know that HBCUs are good. I mean, it's predominantly black, so I mean, you learn a lot, and the university itself as a whole is a very good campus. I mean, I would recommend them to come here.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. God bless.
Okay, first, could you say your name slowly?
Denis Prokopchuk Olegovich.
Cool. So, how long have you been in the States?
What date is today?
How long?
What date is today?
Well, it's October, so like,
October.
about, let's see, the 7th.
I've been here 7 years, 8 months, and 3 days.
Okay, so you like it so far?
So.
So, what made you choose to come to a black school?
Do you want a fake excuse or
no? Honest.
All right, we don't have black people in Russia, and if we do, like, it's real rare that you see them. I like black girls.
Cool. So that's the main reason why.
Chooses.
So you hang out with black people too, mostly?
I have few white friends, but like most of white people are kind of intimidated or scared, whatever. Black people not so much, but still.
Okay. So is there, other than the fact that you kind of, you know, like hang around black people, is there a specific reason why you didn't want to go to a white college?
Honestly, I can like live anywhere, you know, and be anywhere. But whatever I prefer is that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So why A&T?
It was close.
So where have you been living the past few years?
I lived in Eden, which is 45 minutes away from here.
Okay. So do you ever feel out of place being here?
I feel out of place being in America, in A&T especially, but not a big deal.
Okay. So what are some of the responses you've got from people since being here at school?
Negative or positive?
Both.
Alright. In the beginning, when black people thought I was white the first semester, 6 people tried to fight me and 6 people ended up hurt. And after that, I kind of got a name in A&T now, so people don't want to fight me. And that's cool with me. I mean, I don't mind protest. In the same time, like whenever I dated a girl for 4 years, she was black and Puerto Rican, and whenever me and her like go together to the mall, whatever, like I see some black women or something like that, just look at us like, what the fuck? You know, white boy with a black girl. I was like, I ain't white. I really want to say the bitch too, but I'll try to restrain myself.
So what have the fights been about? What?
Most of the time it's more like people been, I don't know, noisy or curious, or they just underestimate somebody and they will just like jump to a conclusion, oh, you white. Hell no, I ain't.
So what is like the most common question people usually ask you when they find out you're, you know, from out of state?
How long have you been here? It's actually a number of questions. In the beginning when I meet somebody, where are you from? 1, how long you been here? 2, do you like it? 3, you ever went back to Russia? 4, and what made you come to A&T? 5, but I have a fake excuse to it. Not many people need to know my business.
So what's your fake excuse?
It was close to school. It was close to home.
Okay. Well, what are the main differences? I know it's got to be a lot between being here
And
from Russia.
culture, people, cars, music, attitude. What else? We don't have much sarcasm. We do have some, but like real little. Whereas, like for example, with black people and some white people too. Like if I say I'm about to pick somebody up in 5 minutes. When I say 5 minutes, I mean damn 5 minutes. It doesn't mean 25 minutes. It means 5. So if you ain't ready in 5 minutes, your train is gone. And with people here, it's like, yeah, I'll be there in 2 minutes. 30 minutes later, I can't stand that shit. Lazy as hell.
Okay. So as far as the schools are concerned, what was the main difference between the schools there and then coming to this black school?
All right, school in Russia.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Russian school is more open. Let's put it this way. In Russia, it's like when we students have disagreement, like we fight every day. Like bringing knife to school is not a big deal. Like it's okay, because we're one of those people like, we'll get in a fight. After a fight, just bust each other's face and just shake hands and like, good fight, get over it. In America, like I got expelled from my high school because I kicked that dude off a balcony. He picked up my accent, so I dropped him off a balcony. What am I gonna do? So, and it's like in America, people take things way too serious. Oh my God, he said I'll kill you. All right, and you see what I'm saying? So
Yes.
people just take shit way too much to their heart. I don't know. That's about it.
And as far as the actual learning experience, what's the difference between the learning here and the learning?
Okay, math is a main example. I studied pre-calculus at 6th grade, calculus at 7th grade, and then I did trigonometry and actual geometry was together in 8th grade. Now I'm in college and I'm taking this stuff. So it's way behind on mathematics system, but I don't remember half of it now. That's the worst part about it is. And then like the way you study. Like our teachers have to write everything out on a board because most of people in this world are visual learners. In America, teachers will just do this blah 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 blah. And you don't remember much. You have to see it. You have to do it in order to learn.
Okay, so you want to tell me anything about your experiences you had here at this HBCU?
Oh God, like what?
Anything you want to tell us?
You know what? It's a black school. Please more chicken. The stereotype have to be true. Thank you.
Tell everyone your name and where you're from.
Hello, my name is Desiree Al Waldron, and I am from the beautiful island of Bermuda.
Cool. So, how long were you in the States?
I was in the States for 3.5 years.
And how'd you like it?
At first, I didn't like it because being from the islands, you're so used to waking up, you walk outside and you see the beach. Coming to America, I woke up and all I heard and saw was trains when I walked outside. So, no, I didn't like it. But after a while, it grew on me and I fell in love with America.
Okay. So what made you choose to go to A&T?
When I was in high school, in my senior year, my senior class, we took a college tour to the States. We went to Atlanta, North Carolina, Virginia, and yeah, that's it. And out of all these schools, I liked A&T's business program because that's what I was a part of. That's what I majored in, business.
Mm-hmm.
And besides liking their curriculum and whatnot, I also liked the area.
So did it have anything to do with the fact that it was a HBCU?
Actually, that was one of the main things. You know, as a Bermudian, most people go to Canada, which is primarily, I guess you could say, white, or they go to the UK, which is white as well, kind of. But I wanted that HBCU experience. Like, I've seen it on TV, well, on movies, and I've heard about it, so that definitely was one of the main factors.
Okay, so do y'all actually have, or HBCUs, like where you're from?
No, we don't. We only have a community college.
Mm-hmm.
Well, obviously, because Bermuda is primarily black, but it's not a HBCU. It's just a community college, so you have to go abroad to experience that.
Okay. So what did your parents think and your family think about, you coming to State Field Schools?
They were happy. My mom's actually American, so she was somewhat happy, but at the same time, she wasn't happy because she felt like I rushed the decision to come to school. But my dad, he was all for it because I'm actually the first one, to actually have graduated, have been to school, or been to college, university, so, he was proud of me to the fullest.
Cool. So, tell me about, some of the main differences between school as it refers to, how school works, in Bermuda and how it was here at HBCU.
Main differences? Well, it's not like a university in Bermuda. It's just a college, a community college. So you're commuting to this school. It's boring. I don't know, it's just so boring. I did it for 2.5 years, but I didn't enjoy the experience. Opposed to coming out here to America, to North Carolina, and you have fresher experience. You have the you're living in dorms. You have extracurricular activities. Opposed to in Bermuda, we really didn't have that. It was just basically going to school, you go home type thing. Opposed to being out here, you're living on dorms. There's so much to do, So that's mainly the difference, I guess, living-wise. Back home, you're just living at your house and you just commute to school, like I said. But out there, it's different.
So, okay, my next question is, what are some of the stereotypes that people in Bermuda, think about America or even maybe our school system?
They would say that Americans are lazy, and I've actually noticed it. Being in class out there, I was more attentive, paid attention, not really was talking to the next person while the teacher was lecturing. Never really complained about the homework. Yeah, it was irritating, but I did what I had to do. Opposed to being in class.
So do you think coming here to HBCU, do you think it changed, your opinions?
I mean, I agree that some Americans are lazy, but it did change my opinion because the amount of people that I've seen succeed from coming from an HBCU, it's amazing, So it definitely did change my opinion, and I will always have positive things to say about any HBCU, especially my HBCU. And a lot of things, because people say, oh, you went to a black school, all you did was party, etc., etc. But no, there was a lot of people, and me included, that were really on the academic grind. So being at that HBCU, it definitely changed everything, my opinion about it, on the stereotypes that's out there.
Uh-huh. Well, being that, you're from out of the country or whatever, do you think that your college experience maybe would have been better if you would have went to a majority white school? Because, most majority white schools have more culture, more diversity when it comes to ethnicities and race and stuff like that. So do you think maybe your experience would have been better if you went to a majority school?
At times, I do think it could have been better, but I think I would have still had the same amount of fun or opportunities that I would have experienced if I had been to a majority school, I can view it on the same path, I guess you can say. I still would have experienced different things, but I feel like it would have been worthwhile any place that I have been. If I went to Canada, yeah, it would have been way different, but I would have experienced it as much as I experienced going to a majority black school. So I don't think it would have been more better or not better, I think it still would have been on the same level. Because any new experience is usually good. I always look for the good in any experience. So it wouldn't have changed it,
Okay. Well, what kind of like responses from people did you get then that you're an international student? Was like the feedback from students or how they treated you, was it like you expected it? Did you ever have any bad experiences?
No, I've never had any bad experiences. It's always been a good experience. You know, first thing they notice is your accent. So they obviously know you're not from here. So it's always them wanting to know about the island that I'm from, what happens in Bermuda, etc. I've never had a bad experience, you know.
Well, that's good. People probably were more interested to learn probably about where you're from than anything.
Exactly, and then a lot of people, like, the only thing they've heard is the Bermuda Triangle. So they didn't even know that we're not Caribbean, you know. Because you think, oh, it's just from the island, it's just Caribbean influence. Well, from, you know, Caribbean. Well, we're not Caribbean, you know. We're British. So it was always a learning experience for anybody that I met. So I never had any bad experiences.
And your sister also, didn't she come to the States to go to school as well?
Oh, no, she went to Canada.
Oh, she was in Canada.
She was in Canada, and, like, when she came out there for my graduation to the States, she was bland. Like, her first, what she told me was that, man, I should have went to the States, you know? Because what I experienced, she was jealous, like, about, like, a lot of things, like, the parties. I mean, not to say that that's what we did, but she was just jealous of what I was able to experience, because she didn't experience that in Canada. She experienced things, you know, meeting different people, like Chinese people, you know, people from across the world and whatnot, but I don't know, it was just a different experience, and she was just jealous about it. Even graduation, she said she had never been to a graduation, like, at a HBCU. She said that was, like, the best graduation I've ever been to. Something I can talk about ever.
But, it seems like you had a pretty good experience overall.
Girl, like, you don't know, like, I miss college. Like, you don't, like, I miss it. Like, I don't miss the homework, but I just miss everything about it. Like, I tell everybody in Bermuda, go away to experience it. Go anywhere just to experience it, because it was the best time of my life. Yeah, I had a lot of downs, but I had so much ups. Like, it was the best time of my life.
And I know that you're in sorority, so how important was becoming a part of Greek life? Did that help your experience or help you, you know, be away from home, anything like that?
Like, it really did. You know, coming from a small island to a big place like America, it was hard, you know. And sororities, they always influence sisterhood. And I gained sisters, like everlasting friendships. So it was, I did it for the right reason, and it was important, you know, and it definitely added to the experience. Like, yeah, it really did add to the experience. It was not to say that, oh, you have to go to college and you have to pledge to gain the whole experience, but it was just added happiness, I guess, to my experience.
I know that you're a part of fraternity.
Yes.
So,
I went to Fraternity Incorporated in 1963. Yep.
And when did you cross?
I crossed my freshman year, actually, spring 2010.
Okay, so I guess my question is, how important was, I guess, Greek life or your fraternity to you as far as, or when it comes to, you know, being so far away from home and having your roots? Like, how was your experience when it comes to that?
How did my fraternity feel?
Yeah, like, how was your experience when it came to your fraternity and Greek life?
Me being the first Nigerian to ever cross the Zulu Zeta chapter of Iota Phi Theta, my fraternity welcomed me with open arms. Like, the diversity, there's a lot of diversity in my fraternity. My line brother, my first line brother, he's American. I'm African, and my third line brother, he's Jamaican. So there's a lot of diversity in the fraternity, you know. They welcome me with open arms, and yeah.